All right, sweet. I think this is working. I'm trying to do more live videos here from the studio. So I'm Lid Shaw and welcome to Recording Studio Rockstars. And in this video, I want to show you a really awesome deal that's going on right now over at iZotope. Of course, iZotope makes tools like Ozone and RX and cool mixing tools like Trash, for example, tons of great stuff. But RX is one that will let you clean up your audio, whether you're making records, whether you're making movies or podcasts. A lot of times you may have some stuff in your audio that you really want to tighten up the sound to and clean up, or you've got artifacts you want to remove, or you want to remove noise, or you want to enhance dialogue, or rebalance the music in your mix. All of these things are possible with RX. You can run it as a plugin inside your DAW directly, whether you're mixing in Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One, whatever. And you can use it as a standalone app if you want to get really advanced. So for example, when I'm mixing in Pro Tools, I can take a clip of audio, hit the Send RX button. It opens up in the RX app. I can do some quick work on it, clean up sounds, remove things like amp noise and buzz, you can remove a bird chirping in the background. I mean, it's amazing. And then you can send it back over to your mix and keep working. So it's a great tool. Right now, iZotope is running a fantastic special, and it's good for like maybe another week. So I wanted to make sure I get this video out to you right away so that you have a chance to take advantage of this and go pick it up if you want to. I highly recommend it. You're going to be very happy you did. And this is a great deal. And here's the situation. So right now over at iZotope rather, you can get RX10 for up to 50% off. So you can get up to half off for RX10. And then very soon, very soon, RX11 is going to come out and you will get a free upgrade to RX11. So let's put it this way. Essentially, if you want to get RX11 at a discount, now's the time to do it. So let me take you, I'm here in the website. I hope you enjoy my little green screen floating head video this morning. But I figured this is a good way for me to just show you guys around. All right, so here we are on the iZotope.com website, and you'll see the very first thing that pops up is this landing page that says repair season is here. Yes, RX is essentially thought of as a repair tool, but it's kind of more than that because it's more like, it's in the same way that using EQ is a corrective tool a lot of times, but really it's part of just sculpting a sound. RX can be that for you. In fact, I just did a mixing weekend here at the studio with a Grammy-winning mixer, Colin Dupuis. We did a special mixing mastermind experience weekend, and he was diving deep into RX, and he was like constantly going back and forth between his Pro Tools mix template and RX to like clean up sounds, dial them in, and get them back into the session. And it was pretty amazing to see how possible that is. And in fact, if I go way back to an interview with Larry Crane, from Tape Op and Jackpot Studios, Larry would talk about using RX to essentially do EQ on a track. So you can go in there and you can dial back certain frequencies and tonal ranges to, further sculpt the sound before you mix it. But here we are on the landing page, and repair season is here. It says right there, let's see, can I zoom in? Probably not. Let me see if it'll zoom. I'll try my little zoom trackpad. Nope, can't zoom. All right, so save up to 50% on RX10 and lock in a free upgrade to RX11. Then there's got other stuff on here. So let me click through and we'll see what happens if we click on shop deals. And we'll just take a look. I'm going to look at this with you and we'll see what kind of stuff is coming in RX11 that you might want to get excited about. Once again, save up to 50% off. Get RX11 free. Oh, also, I've got a link right in the description of this video that takes you right to our landing page so you can get this deal. And that way you can find your way there so you don't have to remember how to get there if you don't want. Okay, so up to 50% off the industry standard audio repair. Okay, so there's 3 different levels of RX that you can get. You can get RX10 Elements, which it says is more for content creators and home studios. iZotope RX Elements is a budget-friendly noise reduction and audio repair. Great. it's only 49 bucks. It's literally $49 to get started with RX10, and it'll bring you the basics. I'll see if they do a comparison chart here below, and we'll see what some of the specifics are between the different levels. And then you go to RX10 standard, and you've got the complete toolkit for audio cleanup in music and post-production, from automatically removing noise. And then I guess it probably, if I click on it, we'll probably get the full description. That one goes up to 300 bucks. So it's more of an investment, but if you're serious about making records, it's kind of a no-brainer. And then I even recommend that at a certain point, you're gonna definitely want to get the RX10 advanced level, and make sure that you've got all the tools in the RX suite, because again, once you start learning this stuff and you see what's possible with this, especially if you're doing things like post-production, podcast, audiobook cleanup, and things like that, where you really want to get in there and get granular, you'll probably want to get the advanced version. That one is $799 right now. Normally it would be $1,200. And then let's see, the mid-level would normally be $400, but it's $300. So I guess you're saving $100 on that. You save $50 on the lower level, $100 on the mid level, and $400 on the advanced level. So it's a pretty good deal. And then you have something called RX Post-Production Suite, which is an even higher level. Let's see, it says RX Post-Production gives you the tools you need to fix noisy production audio, bring stories to life, and send final deliverables at the right specifications. Now includes RX10 Advanced and Neutron. Okay, so interesting. So you've got, oh, I see. This is bundling. This is a bundle. So this gives you RX10 Advanced, which we just looked at up here, but it also throws in Neutron 4. And Neutron is one of those iZotope tools that lets you, it's kind of like a plugin that can do all sorts of things similar to Ozone, but you can put it on different tracks. So you can put Neutron on individual multi-tracks and then have it, they talk to each other. So you can have it do things like identify where you have competing frequencies in a mix and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother topic. We should do a Neutron video for just that. So, okay, let's look at, get ready for RX11. RX11 is coming soon. Let me see if I would actually see any chats here. I don't think I do. So if you're watching this now, feel free to drop in a comment and I'll do my best to try and spot it here and reply to it in real time. But RX11 is coming soon, supercharged with new machine learning tech for faster, even more transparent audio processing, a fully revamped repair assistant, and so much more. Okay, so if you're not familiar with iZotope yet, iZotope is one of the front runners for doing essentially, I know everything's sort of AI these days, but iZotope is sort of the OG of AI. So they've been around using different assistants and tools that can figure things out for you and help guide you towards a great sound for a long time. So they've got it in RX as well. So let's click on here and we'll click on Learn More and see what shows up. Okay, hold on. This page didn't load quite right. So let me reload it and see if that helps. Let me actually remove that and see if that does anything. Okay, great. There we go. So a sneak peek at RX11. Get an early preview of some of the new features coming soon in RX11 that can clean up your tracks faster than ever. And for a limited time, buy RX10 now and get the equivalent version of RX11 for free next month. So it's coming very soon. So now's a good time to get this deal if you want it. So it says, let me see, we'll skip past a little bit of it. Let's just jump right in. So RX11 Elements, that's the lower level, which again was the $49 version with this sale. The next generation of Repair Assistant, clean up tracks faster than ever with deeper levels of control. With new machine learning tech that tackles both dialogue and sung vocals with ease, and more exposed parameters so that you can make your final tweaks. This assistant goes from trusty helper to lifesaver. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can open this link in a new window and what it has to say about Repair Assistant. So Repair Assistant has been a leading intelligent repair tool that can detect noise, clipping, clicks, and more since its introduction. And with RX10, you can now use it as a plugin. That means you can load it straight up in your DAW, I guess, and just use it that way if you don't want to load up the audio in the RX app itself. Solve common audio issues faster than ever simply by selecting the type of material, whether it's voice or tonal harmonic instruments, percussion, and sound effects, and then letting RX10 analyze the audio. Repair Assistant then offers different processing suggestions to help give you the best result, as well as 3 different intensities, whether you want to do light, medium, or aggressive for each. Review and audition different suggestions, hit render, and let Repair Assistant do the rest for you. So Repair Assistant will take care of things like S's in vocals, disruptive reverb. So if you have too much reverb in a track, it'll help dial that back. It'll clean up noise and background noise. It'll take care of clipping. So if you have overs or, things are kind of distorted from being too hot when you recorded it, it'll help with that stuff. And then clicks. Clicks are a big deal. Sometimes you have edits in a session where you forgot to crossfade things and you have little pops and clicks that show up. Sometimes you have clicks, more often than not, you have clicks just from a mouth. So when you're just on the mic doing all that kind of stuff, I didn't use it on this video, so don't judge me on that. But if this was a record and you were, of course, using like a high quality condenser mic and you've got a really great detail and compression in the voice, you're going to pick up all these little high frequency things that show up just from the spit in your mouth and stuff, and they can create clicks on your tracks. So this Repair Assistant helps you with that. And what it does is Repair Assistant essentially uses lots of the modules that are already existing inside RX, but it goes in and suggests all these starting settings. So you can dial it in using the very simple dashboard for Repair Assistant, and then you can go in even deeper into each individual module if you want to further tweak them. So very cool. All right, now if you go with RX11 standard when it comes out, that's the mid-level, which I've already forgot the price, but I think it was the $100 off version. You have 2 new tools for releasing tracks with confidence. Here's where the industry-first tech makes a real splash. You've put time and effort into polishing your sound, and now you will know how your music will sound on streaming platforms before it leaves your studio. These game-changing tools will help you ensure that your tracks sound great, so your release day will have no surprises. All right, so there are tools, there are other options out there that do things like help you have a sense of your levels on streaming and stuff like that. But I can tell you from a little bit of insider knowledge that this version is going to do stuff that I've never seen before in any of the other options. So get ready for that. It's pretty exciting. I'm very excited to see how RX11 is going to help me do some of my own mastering for stuff, because sometimes I have to do my own mastering for records. Sometimes we don't have a budget to work with a mastering engineer, and I just want to be able to use the tools myself. I mean, Ozone combined with RX is awesome. It's really a lot of fun to use. And these new features are going to let me really fine-tune, dial in my, the release track and the loudness and things like that, so that when I release it and it goes on streaming, I'm not going to run into some stuff. Because, streaming turns music up and down and makes a lot of decisions for you. And sometimes it feels like the best you can do is take your best shot and hope for the best. But it'd be nice to be able to put music out and know and feel really, really confident that it is going to live right up against other competitive, really popular music and sound great. So that's what's exciting about that. All right, so let's go to RX11 Advanced. Now this one says it includes the overhauled Repair Assistant. Again, that's what we talked about earlier. New tools for releasing tracks with confidence. That's what we just talked about. And then it says real-time dialogue isolation. So I'll keep reading this, but again, RX Advanced is really, if you're at that level where you're going to be doing post-production for film and video and podcasts and audiobooks and things like that, where you really need a lot of detailed manipulation of dialogue. That's where you're going to find all these tools. So RX11 Advanced includes real-time dialogue isolation. And it says for RX11, we've introduced a cutting-edge neural network, that's fancy, that provides a more natural separation of noise and reverb, from voice recordings. Plus, a new high-quality processing mode unlocks new possibilities for recovering dialogue and vocals captured in less than ideal conditions. So I'm very excited to start using this. I think you're going to be pretty psyched that you got a hold of this when you could get such a good deal on it. All these new features that are coming are awesome, and they're going to help you make better records. Again, whether you're mixing music, whether you are making records, whether you're doing podcast stuff and voiceover work. I use it a ton for my podcast. It's like a game changer completely. I use iZotope like crazy for recording studio rock stars. Or if you're doing film stuff, I mean, this is like a no-brainer for people who are doing movies. And you can get into some really advanced stuff. And there are a ton of videos out there on the iZotope website and other people making videos as well, showing some of these in-depth features of using RX at a really high level and really, really dialing stuff in. It's pretty exciting stuff. So I highly recommend you go check this out. Again, you can go to iZotope.com/rockstars, and the link is in the description of this video, and go check it out and go get yourself a great discount before RX11 comes out. I'll try and do some more stuff when RX11 comes out and show off some of these features and make some great records. Oh, also, if you're mixing and your focus is on trying to get your home studio mixes to sound a lot more professional, I've got a free mixing course in the link as well. It's called Mix Master Bundle, and it's where I show you how to use free and stock plugins and take your mixes from sounding like basement demos to a lot more like professional mixes using some very simple and straightforward techniques to get you started. So I hope you enjoy it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this, or if you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.